there, I want to give you just a glass painting tip for today. I want to show you how to add bling to your glass. And by bling, I mean like sparkle crystals. And here's some bling that we use. There's about, I don't know, I think there's like 1,500 stones in here. So they're super pretty. And what they do is, the reason why you want to add bling to your glass is just to give that extra sparkle and the extra shine, because it's just makes it look a little extra nice. And the thing about what we use is, they last, which is really great because you want to be able to use your glass, you want to be able to wash it, drink out of it. So the stones that we use and the glue that we use, it took a while to figure out which one was the best. But after a bunch of research, I just use Swarovski crystals. It's hard to say that. Swarovski crystals. And so the reason why we use these is because I tried a bunch of different ones, and these are just, they last. And some of the cheaper ones are less expensive crystals. The backs come off of them, like the silver lining on the back, or it doesn't have as much sparkle or shine. And I'm trying to show you a little bit closer up how sparkly these are. I mean, see how sparkly those are? And if you look at some of the other ones at stores, like craft stores and stuff like that, they just don't have as much sparkle and shine. And the ones I use usually are these are called the Aurora Borealis. And it just means it picks up lots of different colors. So they are like clear crystal, but they have like a little tinge to them where it will pick up colors from the glass. So you can definitely get other colors. You can get really any color. You can get clear ones. You can get this kind. You can get, blue, pink, whatever, green, all different types of colors. So, but the reason I like these is because they really just pick up lots of different colors on whichever glass I want to use it on. And like I said, the glue is also important because the glue lets you be able to use it, drink out of it, and also use it in the dishwasher and stuff like that, and wash it. Although we always do recommend that you hand wash your glasses, just because it makes them last longer. Because dishwashers today are really, really strong. Like first of all, they have like these extra special dishwashing detergents, and then the dishwashers are super strong and extra powerful. So sometimes it just wears on the glasses a little bit. So when you have your painted glass, you don't want to really put it in. I mean, they are dishwasher safe. Usually the paint we use and stuff that we use for is dishwasher safe, but we just don't want to. We want them to last as long as possible. So I always recommend hand washing. So today I'm just going to show you how to add the bling to your glass. So what you need to start is you need the crystals, which I recommend Swarovski crystals, and then you need the bling glue, and then I also use a really important product. It's very, very technical, which is a toothpick. So you don't really need those special tools to use it. You can just use a toothpick. And the reason I do that, I'll show you how to use those in a second. But you want to just take some bling out, and I guess you can kind of see the table here. I'm just going to pour out a few. And you want to just place them with the shiny side up. So I think you can see that. So sometimes, like these are upside down right here, you want the shiny side up. So I'm just going to flip them over just so it's easier for me when I want to place them on the glass. And you can actually pick them up and flip them over with the toothpick, but I'd always find it's a lot easier just to have them all flipped over and ready to go. So I'm going to flip these over. And these are size 11 crystals. And again, you can use any size. You can use a mix of different sizes too. This is just a good standard size that I like to use for glasses. And I'm using just regular wine glass for this. And again, I'm just going to show you the method of how to add your bling to your glass. So first thing is I want to make sure you can see these here. Okay, and then here I have some glue poured out. I just poured it onto this. You can pour it onto a piece of paper, whatever you want to do. So and you just use, actually this is a ton of glue. You only need a tiny, tiny bit of glue, but I just poured out too much, but you just need a little bit. And then again, you need your toothpick. So what you want to do is, I'm just going to show you how the process of putting it on. So what you do is you're going to get some glue on your toothpick, and this is actually a little bit too much. I'm going to take some off. And kind of has like a little ball on the end of the glue. So just want to take your glass, and you want to take your toothpick and just touch the glass with your toothpick, just so there's a tiny dot. And I'm telling you, this is so small. This, like, you don't need, that's actually a little bit too much. You don't even need that much. And then to pick up your stone, I mean, if I was to try to go like this, first of all, my nails are all messed up right now, but it's really hard to like pick it up and like to place it. I'm going to show you how hard it is to do it this way. So if you try to just put the stone on there and like push it on, I mean, you can do it that way, but it's difficult to pick up the stones with your fingers and stuff like that. So the method I use is you just dot the little bit of glue, tiny bit, and then you use your toothpick. You just kind of wipe off the excess glue. There's still need a little bit of glue on there, but just wipe off the excess, and then you just take your toothpick and just touch it to the top of the stone, the shiny side of the stone, and it picks it up. Okay, then I'm just going to take it over to where I want it to go, and then just set it right onto the glue, and then use the other end to kind of like push it into place. And you can kind of just move it down. And the one thing about this is that the glue does dry clear. So see the second one I just put on has a little bit of glue around the outside edge. And you can also get that off by, if you want to, you don't have to, because again it dries clear, which is fine. But if you have too much glue, so let me just actually show you the wrong way. So I take a big glob of glue and I put some glue on here. And then I'm going to pick up a stone. Again, just use the toothpick that has a little tiny bit of glue on it, and then pick it over here and put it on the glue. Okay, so this one I'll show you has a lot of glue on it. And again, it does dry clear, so it would be okay. But if you wanted to get the glue off, what you do is take another toothpick, a kind of a clear one, and just go around the outside of that stone. And you can just kind of like twirl your toothpick a little bit, and it'll pick up the extra glue, and just wipe it off on a paper towel, like I have this one right here. So I'm just going to go around the outside edge and just clean up that glue. And then again, that's only if you put too much glue and make a mistake and do that. But even still, you don't have to, because it will dry clear. But it'll have like a little rim around it. So anyways, that's one way you can do that. You can get the extra glue off by just using a toothpick and just getting the extra glue. So I'm going to go ahead and this is the bad, good, and best. Okay, and again, it shows you the difference of, I mean, you put too much glue on there, what it looks like. And again, it's white right now, but it will be clear after it dries. And also, if you do add the bling or the crystals to your glass, you want to make sure that after you paint your glass, now we use multi-surface paints and enamel paints, glass paints for glass. And there's two ways to dry your glass after you paint it, and one is the air dry method, and the other one is the bake method. So if you choose the bake method, you want to make sure that you bake the glass first, and then you want to add your bling on, because obviously if you bling out your glass and put it in the oven and bake it, it's going to melt the glue and it's going to fall off. The crystal's going to fall off, and it's a mess. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you bake it first, then you can put your bling on. But you can just use the air dry method too. So if you put the crystals on and then let it air dry, and then it'll be done. So I'm going to show you what one looks like with bling on it, and then we're going to add bling to this one here. But this is what it looks like with bling on it. Kind of hard to see. Okay, so I added the bling to the center of these flowers to my spring garden design, and you see how it gives that extra special little touch to it. Just makes it extra. It looks nice. And so that's one example of adding bling to a glass, and I have some on the base too, in the center of the flowers. And you can add the bling to the dried paint. If the paint's still wet, it's not the end of the world, but you want to make sure it's kind of dry before you add. You can add bling to the paint itself or just the glass. Either one is fine. So that's one I showed you, which already has it on it. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to add something onto this glass, which is our tulip design. And I'm just going to add it just around the top edge. I'm going to add just a few here and there just to kind of show you what it looks like. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, I'm just going to use my toothpick and my glue. And again, tiniest bit. You don't even want very much at all. So I'm going to just touch that, show you how small that is. It's just the size of the toothpick, basically. Then I'm going to use my toothpick. I'm going to wipe off the extra glue on the side of my plate here and just touch. Let me move this over here so you can see it better. Okay, so there's the top, and it's the shiny side up. And use my toothpick. I kind of put it on. I don't go straight down. I kind of go sideways and just touch it to the top of the stone, and it picks it right up. And just place it right on top of that little thing of glue. And then you can move it into place. And if there's a little bit of glue on top, that's fine because it will dry clear. So that's the first one. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and just add a few more around. And you can add a couple of dots at a time. You don't have to do one stone. So I'm gonna add 3. Well, I'm gonna add a couple more dots of glue, and then just add those other 2 stones real quick. And just move it into place. You don't have to push it down too hard. Just gently place it on. Okay, so that's 3 of them there. And look how much sparkle that gives to the glass. It kind of just gives it the extra finishing touch for the glass. So, and I could just, I'll just finish it all the way around because I actually like anything sparkling, glittery. I love. So I'll just add glitter. I'll add the sparkles all the way around. As you can see what it looks like when it's finished. Okay. And like I said, I mean, try to use the smallest amount of glue possible. And if you put too much on, you can take it off by scraping it around the outside edge. And also, I'm gonna show you one more thing too. So say if I'm just making a big mistake and I just put a huge thing of glue down like that. Before I put the stone on, I can just go back with maybe a paper towel or even an alcohol wipe or something and just wipe that glue right off. Again, it does dry clear, so that's gone now, and then I can go back and put the tiny amount of glue. So if you make a big mistake and put too much at one time, just go back and take it right off. Okay, so I'm just adding the bling all the way around the top edge, all the way around the glass. And like I said, you can do a few dots at a time because the glue, it takes about 10-15 minutes for the glue to get dry to where it's not going to move. So it's, right now I can still go back and like push the stones a little bit and move them around. But right now, I'm just going to fill in these dots I made with the stones I have. And then move them over here so you can see them. And again, it's the shiny side up. Okay, so I just have a few more left. And see how fast it goes once you like get the hang of it and do it a few times. You'll see it just goes pretty fast. And the key is just not to use too much glue, and to use your toothpick as the tool to pick up the stones. Okay, so I have one more stone left to grab. Okay. All right, so then I added those all the way around, right at the top of the glass. And I'm just gonna show you, and see how sparkly they are? And I could have put it on the glass too, on the paint, but I didn't. Or you can even put it on the base. You can put it anywhere you want. You can put it on the paint or on the glass, but I just wanted to put it around the rim. So again, all you need is the glue, and you need those crystals. And again, we use Swarovski crystals. And I also have bling packs too. If you go to my website, I think the link is on the page. I do have bling packs already made for you. If you want to buy a single bling pack or a class set of bling packs, you can get those too if you go to my website, pamlester.me. But otherwise, you can just get the crystals yourself and the glue and use it yourself. But again, super easy and quick, and it kind of gives a nice finishing touch to your glass. So thanks for watching, and come back again for another glass painting tip. Bye.